Aston Villa taking on Manchester United coming into town. This Villa team, boy, we nailed them. We were on that Newcastle money line last weekend. We thought we didn't really trust that result that they got, previously. But now you're going to get Unai Emery, right? I believe he took over charge on Tuesday, if I recall correctly. So you are going to start to get some of his influence in the match here up against Manchester United. But again, we didn't believe them against Newcastle. They got absolutely destroyed 4-0. I don't see how they hang against Manchester United in really any capacity over the course of 90 minutes. I like Manchester United. They'll be involved Thursday night. Relatively big game against Real Sociedad, right? You do want to finish in first place so you avoid that team that drops down from the Champions League into Europa League. But whether they rotate, whatever they do on Thursday night, I'm really not too concerned. I'd really want to back Manchester United. We're showing a price here on the screen at -105 on that money line. I like that right there, Manchester United. Where I wouldn't complicate it with overs or unders. Just give me United to get to 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those last week. If you do not succeed, try again. And that's thank God we tried again, because I went right back to it after having a really bad read on Villa with the get-up performance against Brentford the week before, and saying, look, this team still is garbage, and we're going to bet against them with Newcastle. And Newcastle wiped the floor with them. The Unai Emery, the good evening, Emery. This is a tough first match for him to come into and try to.
Remember, though, the Europa League final, how Villarreal was able to get the points. Don't be surprised if he just says, hey, I'm going to set him up defensively at home and just claw my way to a point. So under 2.5, I think, is a good look.
That's where I'm getting ready to go.
Okay, sorry.
Where I'm getting ready to go. So that's where I would be looking only towards unders here, because I just would try. I like Unai Emery. I think that he's a fantastic manager. I think that he's a top 10, top 15 manager in the world, like no questions about it. Like he gets the most out of like the little that he has. And I think that Villa is a perfect example of that. Like the Arsenal blend a couple years ago, like the club was in a weird place then.
Yeah.
But he was able to get right back on track to his great managerial ways again at Villarreal. Pulling results kind of out of his ass a little bit. Like he doesn't have a good side, but is able to go to Old Trafford and like dig out a result. I think that Villa have the defensive capabilities to keep this one tight. Which one are you going to get here? Because like, for example, when Gerrard leaves, it goes over 2.5, but that was fluky against Brentford. And then they get dusted in the next match on the road against Newcastle. Now they come back home, which is good for Emery. And then you look at United's last 4 matches, all under 2.5 cashing, like with no doubt. 1-0, 1-1, 2-0, 0-0. This game goes under the total. This is a bet that I will be looking at. I think that this is the new managerial balance that doesn't necessarily like make them get a result, but it makes them stay competitive in this game. And I think this is 1-0 United written all over it.
Yeah, I'll be looking at United parlay with probably under 2.5. I think you're exactly right. It certainly stays under, and everything we know about Emery would certainly suggest that. So, all right, Great bet right there. We got to take a pause, and our producer, just told us Chelsea just got a goal, so it's 1-1. So if you're crazy like me, you needed a juice reducer for your parlays, and you dumped in Chelsea on that double chance at -1,600. Whew, we can breathe a little bit easy. It's 1-1, boys. It's 1-1. We got to equalize it.
-1,600. Whoa. This is not Manchester City. It was -600.
No, I can show you the bet slip. Chelsea on the double chance was -1,600.
Oh, on the double chance. Oh my God, you went all the way to the depths of the
I said, what the heck? I need a little bit of a juice reducer, man. I need a little bit of a juice reducer.
I know you like those. You're good at those, though. They're just like, oh yeah, Chelsea double chance. So let's get this -110 down to -105.
I know, right? It'd be so frustrating if that's the leg that burns you. We got AC Milan. They've gotten on the score sheet here midweek, and Mbappe's found the back of the net. So goals are flowing here. We're here on EPL Pub, here on Pub Culture Radio. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us again. Let us know what some of your bets are. Hit that like button as we're breaking down these games here at match week number 15